Hey guys, how's it going? Um, okay, okay. Karl-Anthony Towns is a New York Knick. Karl-Anthony, let me say that again. Karl-Anthony Towns is a New York Knick. All right, so we're not gonna focus, really. I'm trying to make a quick reaction video. This video needs to go out now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm on my way home from work. You can see the work shirt on, and I'm stopped at a red light. Look at my phone, and what do I see? The Knicks are trading Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle to the Timberwolves for Karl-Anthony Towns. I haven't even had time. I just got home 2 seconds ago. In fact, I actually don't know if the garage is closed, so I'm gonna go check that because I might have ran in here and didn't do that. But I didn't even make my bed. Okay, usually before videos, so that it doesn't look too crazy in my background, I like to make sure my room is picked up and I make my bed. I didn't even do that. I came straight here. I'm posting this video tonight. You're probably seeing around 11 p.m. I don't know. No, actually, you'll probably see it around 9:30, 9:40. This isn't going to take me long to edit, and I'm going to cut all this out. But I got to go check the garage door, and then we're going to talk about this. All right, everybody, the garage door was closed. Anyway, oh my goodness, the Timberwolves have made a huge, both teams have made huge lifestyle changing choices for their organizations right now, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to say about it. Karl-Anthony Towns, who was supposed to be like a franchise guy behind Anthony Edwards, and we're not going to focus again. So I don't know. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? So I guess I got to sit farther back from the camera. Anyway, this is crazy. Karl-Anthony Towns goes to the Knicks, and I guess let's talk about the Knicks part of this first. The Knicks now are huge title contenders because they replace Julius Randle with Karl-Anthony Towns. Offensively, way better player. Defensively, up in the air. But as we remember last year, if you guys remember, Karl-Anthony Towns bought in defensively with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I think that's something that he could do with the New York Knicks. And then Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle go to the Timberwolves, and I don't know the fit there. This is just my raw reaction. The Knicks, okay, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Karl-Anthony Towns. This team is destined for success, in my opinion. The Knicks are now officially, now they were before when they got Mikal, I already kind of thought that they were title contenders. They get Karl-Anthony Towns on this team, that turns them into even bigger title contenders. I think defensively, you look at the Knicks and you're like, possibly this team isn't going to work out. And there's a possibility with defensively, whether Karl-Anthony Towns is the same defensively as he was last year, or if he goes back to kind of pre Rudy Gobert and doesn't actually buy in defensively, we could possibly see that where this team doesn't work out. But I think when you look at face value, this Knicks team is very title worthy, and it's going to be fun to watch with Karl-Anthony Towns there. But I mean, when you think about burning bridges, this is rough for the Timberwolves. They were building something great here with Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, and this team just seemed like they were on an upward trajectory. And not that Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo are bad players by any means. They're both very good players. But I feel like the upward trajectory of how this team was chemistry-wise, for both teams, honestly. We'll get to the Knicks. That's the same story there. Is both of these teams seemed very brother-like, very like they would work together well, especially at the Villanova crew over there in the Knicks. We were talking about them as the Nova Knicks with Dante DiVincenzo and everybody over there, and now they're no longer the Nova Knicks because you trade away Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle to help get Karl-Anthony Towns, and this is a boomer bust season. You are giving away two key assets to what you were building over there to get a guy in Karl-Anthony Towns. This is a boomer bust move. This is like you have to make a huge splash in the playoffs for this to be a successful trade. Because where you came from last year, last year you get all the way. Last year you get to the conference semifinals, right? By making this trade, already I think the Knicks ceiling and the Knicks need to get to the conference finals at least. Now making this move, you are saying I'm winning now, and you must make it. You must at this point make it to the conference finals. If this is the type of move you're gonna make, you have to. If that's the type of move you're gonna make, you have to make it to the conference finals. Because that's a huge decision to make, to kind of blow up the team. Well, not blow up the team, but to kind of give away two very. All right, sorry, recording stopped there for a second because I ran out of disk space. But I don't remember exactly what I was saying. Oh yeah, this is a boomer bust. This is immediately boomer bust at this point when you make this kind of move. When you make this kind of move. By giving away two key assets to the identity of the team. The identity of the team was with Julius Randle and Donte DiVincenzo was kind of set in stone. You guys had an identity, and now you're kind of in a way blowing up the identity to bring in Karl-Anthony Towns, which is an amazing player, and I think it's a good trade for them to possibly make. But you have to make the conference finals. I'm not saying you have to win the finals. I'm not saying you even have to make the finals. You have to make the conference finals at least and take it to 6 games or so. You have to by making this move because you were going to before. In my personal opinion, you were a conference finals team at the point where your team was at, and now you make this move. You must make it there now, or this is not a good move, or it's not. That's just simple. That's my first reaction for the Timberwolves. Now we go to the Knicks, or no, for the Knicks. That's your initial move. Now for the Timberwolves, on the other hand, they have a similar thing where you guys made a move where you had a core that was trending upwards. The chemistry and everything was trending upwards. You guys made it to the conference finals last year, and I think all that's going to happen where you guys were going to get better. Now you bring in defensive Donte DiVincenzo, and I just don't think that Julius Randle fits in with what the Timberwolves are doing. I don't. Julius bringing in, I just don't understand the logic from the Minnesota Timberwolves here, because like I said, chemistry was going up, and now you've not only destroyed the chemistry there with a guy who seems like he should have been a lifelong Timberwolf in Karl-Anthony Towns. You kind of burn that bridge between them. You take away one of everybody's friends, and like he's like a solidified guy over there for the Timberwolves. You take that away. You bring in 2 other guys. Donte DiVincenzo, I think, can fit in with almost any team. He's one of the best role players there is in the league. He can fit in with almost any team. But Julius Randle is not a fit. He's not a plug and play type of guy. He's just not. He plays the way he plays. That is who Julius Randle is. He plays the way he plays. And I don't think he fits with what the Timberwolves are doing. And I don't think he fits with Anthony Edwards. I just don't think this is a good move by the Timberwolves by any means. And if you're going to make that move, you need to make your team better and possibly, win the conference finals this year instead of losing it. And this kind of, in my eyes, lowers their ceiling. This is like, are you going to make the conference finals this year? Are you? And they could totally prove me wrong. But you go from a guy in Karl-Anthony Towns who decided to buy in defensively and play defense this year, and now you move to a guy in Julius Randle who is a shot chucker, is what I'd like to call him. He's a shot chucker, and he's not going to buy in defensively. Now, by all means, Julius Randle's not the worst defender in the league, but he's not a great one either. He's not an amazing defender. And I just don't think that's something that he can buy in with, especially with his size. It's harder for him to even, he can maybe try, But to actually buy in for Julius Randle is 10 times more harder than it is for Karl-Anthony Towns to do so. So, initial reaction, I think it's a good trade for the Knicks. I think it could possibly be a great trade for the Knicks. They're both kind of taking away like a chemistry part in this deal. But for the Knicks, I don't hate it. For the Timberwolves, I think it's a bad move. Those are my initial reactions. Yeah, I was going to come home and film a reaction video for tomorrow. So you guys probably won't see a reaction video tomorrow because I got to edit this video now. This video won't take very long, probably like 15 minutes to edit. But just based on the fact that it's almost 9, you probably won't see a video tomorrow anymore. So the next video you'll see from me will be the one on Monday where we do the college stuff. But yeah, those are my initial reactions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this trade, what you think is going to happen. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.